Hey, let's talk about playing scales. This week I had a question about how to practice scales. I feel like I have this question almost every week. So I thought I'd make a quick 5-minute lesson on how I approach practicing scales. Okay, so there's essentially two techniques that I use when practicing scales. The first is what you saw me playing at the top of the video. It's completely improvisational. I pick a scale, I pick a key, I pick a tempo, and I just start playing. I'm playing unbroken eighth notes for the most part, right? So the goal of this exercise, it's kind of threefold. First, I want to use the entire register of the instrument, right? I want to try to cover as much ground on the neck as I can. The second is to not stop. So that means I might miss a note. I might play a note that's outside of the scale. I may play something that's not super cool. That's all right. You just need to keep going. And the third thing here is to be as creative as possible, right? Have fun, explore, create motifs, play different intervals, play arpeggios, whatever it is. The whole point here is kind of forcing you to make music or be creative with a scale, which is kind of the whole point, right? Okay, second way of practicing scales has a little more structure around it. It's a little more focused. It sounds kind of weird to say out loud, but it's practice every scale starting from every finger everywhere on the guitar. Now that sounds like a lot, and I guess maybe it is, but it's not maybe that bad. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. Let's play in the key of A. So if I'm going to practice my A major scale, right, I'm going to start with my first finger. I'm going to play one octave. That's important, just one octave. There's no need to repeat this or play a shape that covers 2 octaves, because most things on the guitar can just be moved up the octave anyway. So 1 octave for now, right? So start with your first finger. Cool. Start with your second finger. Great. Start with your third finger. That one may be a little new or feel a little uncomfortable at first. It's a bit stretchier, but it presents a lot of cool sounds and options when you're playing a scale. For example, you can get a lot of these notes to ring together. Right? That's a nice feature of playing the major scale this way. All right, so now I've done first, second, and third. I'm going to do fourth finger. And I will usually make this shift back a fret when I play with my fourth finger. Okay, great. Now it's time to find A somewhere else on the guitar. Let's find it on the 5th string, and we'll play our A major scale here. First finger. Great. Now we'll go to second finger. Cool. Third finger. And last but not least, fourth finger. Great. We've done the 6th string. We've done the 4th string. Excuse me, the 5th string. Now let's do the 4th string. Okay. First finger, same idea. Second finger. Third finger. Fourth finger. Okay, great. Now we could go to the 3rd string, and we will. You should start on the 3rd string as well. But you'll notice something interesting happens. It's just the nature of the guitar. Doesn't matter which finger we start with, our octave is always going to be here. Notice that when we played in the other positions, our octave would change, right? If you start with your first or second finger, the octave is here. If you start with your third or fourth finger, the octave is here. That's true if we play on the 5th string and on the 4th string, but not on the 3rd string, because we're out of strings. We have to go up. So I know anytime that I'm starting a phrase or a scale on the 3rd string, then I'm likely going to have to be thinking about shifting up the guitar if I'm going to diatonicize or harmonize that idea, right? That's just kind of the nature of how things work. All right. So once again, try these two approaches. The improvisational or kind of creative approach, the musical approach to playing a scale, an unbroken stream of eighth notes, kind of a stream of consciousness. It will really force you to not think about the scale as this shape or this pattern that just lives in a certain spot. That's not super useful, right? And then try this idea of just playing one octave scale with every finger everywhere you can. Give it a shot. See what happens. All right. Bye.